Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome to another Ultima Let's Play. It has been a while since we have been into the world of Ultima. If you're watching this later on down the road, of course, you haven't had to wait, but a lot of people have had to wait. And I'm excited to get back in. So, let's talk about what we've done previously. We have, as the Avatar, we fought Mondain in Ultima 1, and we shattered his crystal. And then in Ultima 2, we had to fight his apprentice. I can't remember her name. She was the Enchantress. And we traveled through time in order to stop her from doing evil. In Ultima 3, we then had to fight Exodus, the evil computer that was kind of the offspring of the mind of Mondain and the Enchantress. Then, after we defeated him on episode 4, in the fourth Ultima, we traveled the world as the Avatar and kind of became the Avatar by mastering the virtues. And then, after we had mastered the virtues, in Ultima 5, we had to take on the three dark shadow beings who had corrupted the virtues, and we had to defeat them as well. I believe Blackthorn was also the bad guy who had been corrupted by those dark shadow beings. And then in Ultima 6, we had to go up against the gargoyles, who were a monster that we had to fight, and we found out that it was all a terrible, terrible kind of war between the humans and the gargoyles, and Lord British, the great leader of Sosaria, having banished them, and them believing humans were evil, and eventually we used some powerful mirrors to move the Codex of Wisdom, which gave us the information we needed to be the Avatar, into another plane, if I remember correctly. And they had to use both to kind of view it. And we brought peace among the gargoyles and the humans. And then, in Ultima 7, it turned out that an evil enemy of ours was attempting to create a black gate through which he would be able to come through and take over our world. And we defeated him finally by gathering up some magic items and destroying the black gate. I believe he was called the Guardian. Is that correct? Let me check. It was the Guardian, right? Yes, the Guardian. There we go. During our time in Ultima 6, we discovered that the Guardian had a church that was worshiping him. And this church was led by a guy called Batlin. And we defeated the Guardian. And now as we move into Ultima 7, Part 2, the Serpent Isle, we will be finding out the consequences of us having defeated the Guardian, but unfortunately not defeating Batlin at the same time. So let's go ahead and let's jump in to Ultima 7 Part 2, the Serpent Isles, along with the Silver Seed expansion. Let's get going.
My liege, all we found among Batlin's belongings was this enchanted scroll, and a map showing the way to a place called the Serpent Isle.
Indeed. Put it on the table. Stand back!
Batlin, In the unlikely event that the Avatar stops me from coming through the Black Gate, I command you to follow the unwitting female human Gwenno to the Serpent Isle. There I shall outline my plan to destroy Britannia.
'Tis my worst fear. I must send the Avatar through the pillars to the Serpent Isle.
And thus, we find ourselves heading to the Serpent Isle. So we're going to go ahead and create the avatar and start playing. I have actually played a little bit of this just recently because I started recording and I didn't like what I had recorded. So, played about the first hour or so already, but we're going to run through it together. We're going to get heading to the Serpent Isle. In playing this game, I do have a map of Serpent Isle, which I'm going to use to help us get along. I'm also going to keep some notes in a notepad, and we'll kind of see how much that works. As usual on my playthroughs, if I get stuck, have a lot of major problems, I will look things up. Not afraid to say that. I have never played all the way through Serpent Isle. I have played through the first couple hours a long time ago, up to maybe the first set of challenges, so I'll remember some of it, of course. But a lot of this game will be new to me as we travel in. So let's start a new game. And first, we have to name our avatar. We are, of course, Grugtar, returning as the avatar here, as always. We are also... we need to set our portrait. There's a lot of portraits for the avatar, which is kind of neat. But we're going to go with Grugtar here as the avatar. I believe that's close to what he's looked like before, and it's kind of what the sprite looks like in the game. And we are ready to journey onward. Woo! So, we have been teleported by traveling by boat. We have traveled through the two pillars, and we've been teleported to Serpent Isle. Again, we're on our way looking for Gwenno. That is Yolo's wife. And here is Yolo talking to us. Our trusty companion, the man with the crossbow himself, Yolo. 'Twas a fearsome passage, Grugtar. After we sailed between the serpent pillars, I could have sworn that we were flying. Yet, here we are on the ship. I wonder if I lost anything. Along with us, we also have Dupre, our paladin friend. We may be on the ship, but the ship is upon dry land. I think that thou art correct, Yolo. We did fly. Brr. Dost thou notice the chill in the air? 'Tis much colder here than at home. I hope Gwenno brought enough warm clothing. And of course, our third companion, the man with the bow himself, Shimino. Do not worry so, old friend. We shall find thy wife soon enough. And that fiend Batlin, I hope. Look, Grugtar, a strange storm is nearly upon us. This is certainly not Britannia. So we find ourselves ready to move. Let's do a save. As you can see, I have some pretty early saves that I've had before. In fact, let's delete, just so we don't get any saves messed up with what we're doing here on this playthrough. Again, you can see just maybe an hour into the game. Oh, a little bit of preview here you get to see. We're going to override our first step save here. Say yes. And there we go. We have now saved our game. We are ready to go. Of course, we have some talk here. They have a bad feeling, and let's find Batlin. The engine. Don't forget about Gwenno. We won't, Yolo. The engine is the same engine as Ultima 7. Sorry, that would have been weird. If it was Ultima 6, it'd be a lot crazier. We'd have a really bad time with the inventory window on this part of the screen. Ultima 7, same game engine. Let's travel. Oh no! That storm is striking us. The rabbit went away. So did YOLO. I don't know, Dupre. Dupre's gone. So is... Oh no! This rabbit was killed? Our friends are gone? Everybody's gone and we're alone. YOLO! Shimino! Dupre! Well, we're alone here on this beach, but we are the Avatar, so this shall not stop us. Let's look at ourselves, though, of course. As the Avatar, we got some funky clothes on. So you saw when we started, we had our spellbook in our hand and everything else, but as the lightning struck, we find ourselves holding different items in our hands. We do have a magic shield and some armor. We have our necklace of the Avatar with the Ankh on it. We have some leggings that are magic, it looks like. We're holding a rock. We have a fancy woman's fur cap. Let's take that off. Drives me crazy. We have a rock. Let's put the rock in our backpack. What else do we have here? A couple items. And we have a message. Ah, yes, a whole bunch of stuff. And we have a scroll. Dear Grugtar, all of the portents indicate that this quest to find Batlin shall severely tax thine abilities. Consequently, I have ordered the armories of the kingdom open in order to equip thee and thy good companions. Thou shalt be given these things: the glass sword, which can slay any foe, but which is destroyed in the act of such slaughter. Dupre, you saw a minute ago, had a shiny sword in his hand. The Mage Bane. Now I know how to read. The Mage Bane, a fabled weapon which thou didst recover in thy previous encounter with Batlin. It steals the magic from sorcerers who oppose thee. The demon sword which thou didst obtain at the Forge of Virtue. It is truly a terrible weapon, but thou wilt surely need it. Beware the demon within. Ryuden's wand, which doth make black rock to explode. The strange serpent of black rock, which thou didst obtain from netherworlds during the most recent adventures. Its powers are unknown, but those who gave it to thee promised it would be useful to thee soon. A spellbook, to which hath been added every spell that could be speedily obtained. For thine to wear, a set of armor of the best enchantments, breastplate, helm, and gauntlets. I notice we have no gauntlets on. For YOLO, the bard, a crossbow, which he doth wield so well. For noble Dupre, a magic shield which I have prepared for him. For Shimino the ranger, a magic bow, and a good supply of burst arrows, which he shall no doubt use to good purpose, as well as such common items as torches, a pair of swamp boots, a good dagger, and much food for an expanded journey. Travel in safety, and may the villain Batlin soon fall into thine hands. Also, I hope that thou shalt soon find YOLO's lost wife, the good woman Gweno. Lord British, thy liege. Well, Lord British, if we still had all that stuff, it would be useful. But as of right now, we do not. We are alone. So we shall travel south on this beach, hopefully avoiding any more effects of the storm. Oh, starting to rain. That's no good. What's here? Just a little bit of debris. That's okay. Oh, gotta go this way. That rock, it got changed into some cloth. Ooh. Well, I tell you what. We're going to save our game here for a moment. We're going to save over first steps. Because something you can actually do here that is a little bit useful. That little bit of lightning struck. If we walk away, I don't know how far we have to go. If we walk up to here. Whoa, that's not how you get up on that. Let's try to be a little better at moving, Grug. If we walk off screen, and then we walk back, you'll see it strikes again. And this time, there's a glass item. Actually, it looks like a cat. Well, that's not very useful. Let's try again. We won't do this a whole bunch. Oh, we didn't go far enough. Let's try one more time. Come on, Grug. You're the Avatar. You can make it. Run a little farther. There we go. Back into the storm. What's here now? Some debris. It became a red rose in a vase. Okay, that's not useful. Let's try one more time. Do I cut this out of the video? Heck no! Aha! That will be useful. A basket. I'll take a basket. So, how much does a basket weigh? That's a lot of weight. Is there anything in the basket? Nothing. That's a lot of weight. I was hoping a basket would be good to use as a container, because containers are useful. But 2 pounds for a container? That's a lot of weight. I will give it one more... Whoa, what was that? Oh, that was just some water. I was confused for a minute. I'll give it one more go. One more lightning strike. Let's see what we get. We got a broken dish. I think that's a cue from the game that we should probably move on. Let's do it. Thou hast arrived! Even as was foretold, I have traveled a great distance to meet with thee. My name is Thoxa. But wait, I proceed too quickly. Perhaps thou art not the promised hero. I must test thee, lest I give mine assistance an error. How many different materials can armor be made from? So these are the questions, the copyright questions. So what I actually have is I have a list of answers. If you buy the game on GOG, you get this list. So to give you an idea, kind of here's what that list looks like. What's over here? What can I see? Ooh, edge of the monitor. So here's that list of questions kind of pops up here. And what this has is all the answers that we need in order to get past the things for Ultima 7 and Ultima 7.2. So here are Serpent Isle questions. So how many different materials can armor be made from? It looks like 4. 4 is the answer. So we'll pop back here. We will adjust this slider down to the number 4. There we go. According to Erstrom's book, how many spells are available in the 9th circle of magic? Well, it looks like the answer is 8. So we'll get down to 8 and hit the old clickaroo. How many forces, when combined, form the principles of balance? Ooh. Well, let's see here. How many forces? It looks like number 6. 6 is our answer. Come on, scrolly thing. There we go. So we've answered our questions correctly. We can continue to play the game. If you fail to answer those questions correctly, everyone stops saying anything except for the word oink whenever you talk to them, and the game becomes unplayable. So we will continue on. Thou art truly the one I seek. Here is the hourglass of fate. Keep it with thee always, for through it the monks of Zenka can aid thee. Let's ask some questions. Foretold, I am a Zenkan monk, my son. As such, I have devoted my life to studying the prophecies of Zenka. Well, that's a thing. The writings are clear. The hero shall come in the last days with 3 companions to battle against the evil which is in the land. Further, the hero shall be given guidance from a power that dwells in the void. The promised hero. The land is in dire need of a hero, for the end of the world draws nigh. There are storms which lash out with magical lightnings, and strange illnesses which plague the innocent. Lastly, there is the growing sense that something is wrong in the land. There is a great darkness in the land. What assistance, huh? My time with thee is short, so take careful heed of mine advice. There is a cave further south by a large red bush. Its entrance is invisible. If thou canst find thy way in, it may provide more clues. Follow the coast until thou dost come to a great city. The name of the city is Monitor. An old friend of thine awaits thee there. The hourglass itself. As long as the hourglass of fate is with thee, if thou art killed, thou shalt be resurrected on Monk Isle. And if one of thy companions is killed, thou canst summon one of us to resurrect him or her, by use of the hourglass. The monk shall come soon, when thou art in a safe place, without strangers or distractions. So we have a way to never die, and we've got a way to bring people back to life. That's pretty handy. Companions. The writings of Zanka speak of the three which shall travel with thee. Without them thou canst not succeed. They shall be thine oldest and most trusted friends, and it is their part to share thine adventure with thee. Again, those three, we got Dupre, Shamino, and Yolo. Thou must find them, hero, and then never let them leave thy side. What about the power? The writings are vague on this point, so that it is not certain whether the power thrives in the world in the void now, or merely came from that place. However, I know that thou shalt need to seek out 3 artifacts, a ring, a necklace, and an earring. Through these ancient items, the power shall communicate with thee. More than this, I know not. What about these storms? The storms are one of the signs that the end of the world is at hand. I know not what causes them, or how they may be stopped. Most ships have ceased to sail, for the storms strike any vessel which leaves harbor. The lightning doth have the power to kill or to teleport, and sometimes it changes the nature of that which it strikes. What about the illnesses plaguing the land? The prophecies mention that the plague will come among us to sicken the meek and the innocent. Hast thou noticed the dying birds? They are only the first victims. At first, the disease shall strike the wildest races, and lastly, the race of men. Wrong? I cannot explain further. Dost thou not feel it? The sense that something is not right? Zanka speaks of these days as the time of imbalance. So, I'm the prophesized hero. Well, that sounds familiar to me. Let's continue on. Goodbye. I must go now, before those who oppose me find that I've been here. Uh-oh. Thoxa! This gentleman here, with his fancy-looking earrings. Thou shouldst know better than to meddle in the affairs of fate, Thoxa. By merely talking with the hero, thou mayest be condemning us all. We must intervene, Carnax. The very fabric that weaves the tapestry of the cosmos may depend on it. Thou art as foolish as ever, girl. Zanka's writings are crystal clear. Those who seek to aid the hero shall cause his greatest calamities. I must stop thee before thou send us all to our doom. Uh-oh. This fire ring shall save thee from being destroyed during this battle, hero. Neither of us means thee harm, but errors can occur in the heat of combat. Remain within the ring. Oh! We're blocked in the fire ring. Oh, we've got some lightning happening. Vex Ort. Get up, Thoxa. You can do this, Thoxa. I am not so easily defeated, friend monk. Throw some fireballs at him. That's a good fire effect. Hero, listen to me before the fires consume me. Beware of thy friends. They shall only bring destruction upon thee. no. He got exploded. Cardax is defeated. For now, I am weak and must leave. Remember to seek out the 3 companions. They must be at thy side. And watch for the ring, necklace, and earring, for by these the power shall guide thee. Seek out thy black sword with the caged demon thou didst bring with thee from the other land. Thou must have it to complete thy quest. And she's gone. A little bit of blood left on the ground, and us left with fire all around us. Woo! Well, let's do a save. We'll just call this... I like to call it the active save. You know, just our in-the-moment save. See what's happening. And let's continue on. Assuming this fire goes out, can we get around? And the Avatar! Shimino! Welcome back, buddy. Avatar, art thou all right? I heard what sounded like the explosions of a volcano. And look at all the fire here. I have been searching all over for thee. That storm had left me quite disconcerted. I can find neither Yolo nor Dupre. And, to make matters worse, nothing remains of the equipment that Lord British gave us. It hath all been replaced by strange items that I do not recognize. Perhaps thou should inspect thine equipment as well. I shall make a list of what we have. Such strangeness. Well, let's take a look here. So, we've got this magic hourglass we've been given. The Hourglass of Fate. Let's go ahead and put that in our backpack. And we've got a new scroll, the list of items which we found ourselves with after the storm. A pine cone, or at least it appears to be one. A strange apparatus of glass and copper. A rock. A finely crafted ring of silver, of a size to fit a small woman or a child. Is that on my hand right now? A ridiculous fur cap. An enameled breastplate suitable for ceremonial occasions. A bottle of ice wine, whatever that is, and a red hunk of stone. Is this the ring? Am I wearing the ring? No, get this shield out of here. Come on, grab the little ring. Oh, that's going to be hard to do. A ring. Well, let's put that ring back on so we don't lose it. Oh, no. Is it on us? Are we wearing it? Where's the ring? Where? Oh, it's on my other hand. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be... Oh, that's going to be a struggle. Shimino, he's got an old hairbrush. Well, he doesn't need that. He's got a skull in his other hand. Well, he doesn't need that. What's his backpack? A torch, a fish, a severed limb. That's probably not good. Let's put all these torches together. No ring. Looks like he's got a male coif. Let's move that over to the Avatar for now. Get ourselves armored up a bit more. Looks like he's got some leather leggings, some ladies' fancy shoes, it looks like, some slippers. And what's this on his back? He does have a two-handed hammer. So he is going to be a little more competent for fighting, I think. Let's look at our stats. So 18, 18, 25, and Shimino here, 19, 23, 12. Of course, we have magic. He does not. As usual, I think the Avatar is probably going to be our only spellcaster. So let's go ahead and travel on. We probably, though, want to put the shield back on the Avatar, and then hopefully we get another bag soon to fix our inventory. Down the beach a bit. Hey, look, a bird. The birds are alive. Well, that's good. Woo! Run! Run for it, Avatar. There's the red bush, but that seems like the bow I did lose at the magical storm. And we are carrying an animal skull, given to us by the strange storm. It must have changed places with my bow. Grugtar, it is a clue. If we find where the other strange items came from, we shall find our lost possessions. Well, if we've got the bow, in that case, let's grab the bow and give that to our buddy over here. And then here's the bear skull, right? Yeah, let's put that where we got the bow from. Kind of keep everything lined up. That'll look good. Let's do a little save. You just never know. I was playing something. I think it might have been Starfield recently. And I died, and the save was like 20 minutes back. It's like the third or fourth episode to the end in that series. And oh, I was frustrated. All right, so we got a red tree. Now, I happen to know that if we walk past this tree, there's an invisible wall. And we find ourselves in this cave. We got a couple items in here. See? A bedroll. With this, thou wilt sleep well anywhere. So we have our bedroll, so we can adjust our time. Which, by the way, we do have in our backpack. It's in a weird spot. I always miss it. Is it? Yes. Our pocket watch. So I should be able to hit W and see the time is 6:50 a.m. So we have a way to keep track of time. What else do we have in here? We have, I'll wager the chest is locked. If we had lockpicks, however, we could open it. They work on locked doors too, of course. We only use them for the virtuous reasons. The Avatar is not a common thief. No, I'm a spectacular thief. What do we have here? We have an empty bucket. We've got the locked chest. We've got a barrel. Nothing in the barrel. But from my experience, you'll notice there's a little tiny piece of brown right here. So if I move this barrel, ta-da! A bag. And in the bag, we've got a torch. Let's go ahead and... Shimino, you are carrier of torches. And we have some lockpicks. Of course, lockpicks use dexterity. Shimino has the highest dexterity. So let's go ahead and use some of these lockpicks on this chest. Oh no. Well, that's no good. Oh no! We only have so many of these. Okay, we may have to save. We have 3 lockpicks. Lockpicks we have to save. What do we have in here? What do we got? We got a sextant. That'll go to our Avatar. A torch. That goes to our buddy. I want that in your bag, sir. Thank you. What do we got? Some gloves. Let's give that to the Avatar. We've got a magic sling. I don't know if you need sling bullets. We'll give that to our buddy here. What do we have here? An empty bottle. That's not very useful. We'll leave that here. We've got a dagger. Let's give that to the Avatar so he's got a weapon. We've got some food. We'll give the food over to Shimino. Got some cheese. What is that? Oh, an apple. Go ahead and give that there. And then let's take this bag and let's give it to the Avatar. And we're going to put all the stuff that we randomly have in this bag. So, inside this bag, let's put the Hourglass of Fate. Let's open this up. Let's put the Hourglass of Fate in here. Let's put in these weird little items that we are supposed to kind of figure out where they came from. This lady's... What is this again? Some fine stockings. We had... This bottle was in there. This was the hairbrush that he had. So wherever his sword... If he had a sword, it's probably wherever this hairbrush came from. The pine cone looking thing. A pine cone. We have the ice wine. We also have... This is our sextant, right? Oh, the woman's fur cap. And let's put these little scrolls in here, too, if they'll fit. I don't know how much weight the bag will hold. Hopefully enough. We also have some Filari. I think that's the money here. I'm not sure. We've got some gold coins. Good old gold. We've got some pumice. Ah, the pumice that was in the hand of the Avatar. Let's put our sextant here. And where did that dagger go? Where's that dagger? that we gave to the Avatar? Ah, it's right here on his hip, I think, right? Yes, a dagger. So that way he can arm himself. We can put it in his hand, so we just have it. Put his shield in his hand. That looks good. So we've got our bag of important items right there. Woo! And your bag is probably just a disaster. Yes, it is. It is a complete disaster. Woo, that's rough. All right. Now, we've got some debris, but we have a body. There must be a way back there. We did pass through an illusionary wall to enter. Might there be another leading from this place to somewhere else? Most likely, in fact. There's one right here, because I've played the game before. Let us take that torch. We need all that we can find, for they do not burn for long. No doubt we should be in many strange dungeons before our adventure is over. You are correct, Shimino. In fact, you are so correct that we're going to open your bag up, and we'll put these torches in your bag. Did I miss? I did. So we'll grab those torches. What do we have here? A broken dish. We've got an Ankh altar. We've got another locked chest. So we'll do a save. Again, lockpicks are a limited commodity, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and try opening this chest. See, that's we can't afford. We only have so many lockpicks. Let's try again. There we go. Unlocked it. Good job. What do we have in here? Okay. We've got some gold coins. Let's go ahead and put those in the Avatar's pack. Let's keep our inventory in good shape this time around this game. Into his pack, so those will stack. We'll take them all. We have got a buckler. You probably can't use the buckler and your... Oh, it can just go on the backpack, like on the outside of the backpack. Holy moly. Well, that's cool. Let's give that to... I mean, you've got a two-handed weapon. But we'll give you that. It looks like a sword. So let's take this dagger off and put this sword on the Avatar. If we put a dagger on him, okay, it just goes on the front. So we've got a better weapon than what we had before. That's handy. And what do we got here? Some leather boots. Oh, let's take off these weird lady shoes, sir. We'll put those in here as well. And then we'll put the leather boots on Shimino. That way he's not walking around with his just some slippers. That's no good. So we're decked out a little bit more, a little bit better equipped, which I'm happy about. What do we got in here? Patooey. Did we just spit in the patoon? We did. We got a skeleton that has some serpent scales. Let's grab those, whatever those are. And we have a scroll. Dearest Drogani, what follows is an excerpt from my translation of an ancient manuscript. The translation is crude, since I do not as yet fully understand the serpent runes, but I think thou wilt find this very exciting. Until we meet again. Erstrom, thy devoted servant. So speaking of the runes, I do have, luckily, in the manual for the game. Where's my manual file? There it is. In the manual, there is a list of all the runes, and it is super going to be required for this game. So, I have the manual up on the side so I can look at runes. Here's a look at what the manual looks like. It's just a PDF file again. But you can see that we have the whole list of the serpent runes, and we have our druidic runes that we're used to from the previous Ultima games. So, let's go ahead and pop that out of our way and get back to this. I write this in great haste, for I can already hear Wait a minute. Wait. So, is this body Erstrom? If this is a note from Erstrom, and it is a translation of something he found, that means this is Erstrom's body. And Erstrom is dead. Oh, that's not good. I write this in great haste, for I can already hear the forces of order breaching the keep walls. The forces of order? Aren't they from Britannia? Breaching the keep walls. I know not how this missive will survive to reach the outside lands, or, for that matter, future generations. Mine only hope is that this speedily drafted work will offer record of our hallowed philosophy. For our culture to have any chance of enduring the ages, someone, somewhere must find this. Please, reader, I beseech thee, spread the word of our people. Release the spirit of our word and learn from the wisdom of the past. Balance, the harmony between the principles of order and chaos, is the one pure axiom we hold true. All three principles are symbolized in our hieroglyphs. The great earth serpent, keeper of balance, lies in a vertical plane around which the two opposing serpents of chaos and order wrap themselves. Chaos and order each embrace three forces. These six forces, when combined, form the three principles of balance. The forces of chaos are tolerance, enthusiasm, and emotion. The forces of order are ethicality, discipline, and logic. Chaos. Tolerance is that which encourages the acceptance of all things. Enthusiasm is the energy that allows one to perform great tasks. Emotion is the ability to perceive those feelings that come from the heart, or opposed to coming from the mind. Order. Ethicality is the belief that there is great value in abiding by rules of conduct. Discipline is the drive to complete a task and avoid the distractions that will prevent its completion. Logic permits clear, reasoned thought, free from any instinctual biases. Balance. From the marriage between two forces, one each from chaos and order, came the principles. Tolerance and ethicality combined to form harmony, the ability to be at peace with the self, the individual, and the world. From the union of enthusiasm and discipline springs dedication, that which permits one to surmount obstacles and lead others. And finally, emotion, tempered by logic, results in rationality, the ability to comprehend life and understand the world around us. The forces of chaos and order must ever remain in balance, for imbalance leads to disaster. Witness the war-torn state of our world today. As thou canst surely see, my world hath been torn asunder by disregard for balance. Our dearest axiom. If thou dost thrive in a time less violent, I can do no more than plead with thee to help restore balance to the Serpent Isle. I must end this brief explication here, for I can hear mine attackers pounding upon the oaken door downstairs. I wish thee and thy world better fortune than mine own. Signed, Sithis, the Great Hierophant. So, Sithis, the Great Hierophant, was at a place. They got attacked by order. He was killed. Erstrom found this writing, translated it, and then died in this cave. Well, we better grab that. Let's put that in our bag of stuff here, in case we need it later. All right. So we grab that scroll. Anything else on the floor? No, I don't see anything. Oh, thou wert wise to collect that scroll, Avatar. It probably contains clues, which will be useful to us later. Well, of course I picked it up. It's a scroll. Ah, we can see something over there. And there's more cave down here. So let's get out of this cave. Whoop. Let's do a save while we're here. And let's continue on. A wolf! Oh, goodness. It's coming right for us. Let's get into war mode. So right now we're in peace mode. We'll go to war mode, and everyone will go to our combat. Oh, no. So this I've noticed happens occasionally with this version of Exalt, is unfortunately, it likes to crash occasionally. Not very often, and I'm not sure what causes the crash. It's also the reason why I decided to save, have like an active save and kind of save all the time. Let's try again. All right, here they come. I think, hear how that music started up? I think it might have to do with the music or something. But to war mode we go. Let us do battle. Oh no. Oh no. Have we reached a point where the game is just going to crash over and over again? And we won't be able to fight this wolf? Is this game over for us? Oh no. I hope not. I have no mods installed or anything except just using Exalt. Alright, let's try this. Let's go into war mode first. Whoop. And now, let's try it. Alright, here we go. To war! Oh no, something's wrong. Oh, this is no good. This is no good if Exalt crashes here all the time. We'll give it one more go. That time it did not crash, and I got farther than this playing the game. I wonder, does it have something to do with Shimino not having arrows? Is that our problem because it doesn't know how to handle him? Maybe his AI's kind of busted. Let's put this in here, and let's see if he'll use this hammer. Let's see if we do that, if that fixes the problem. Here they come. We got a wolf. No crash yet. Let's go to war mode. No. We've killed the wolf. And we haven't crashed, which is beautiful. So we'll go back into peace. I think that must have been it. It must have something to do with him. Maybe the AI trying to switch weapons. You know, he did some good damage. But I'd like to give him... I prefer guys with with a shield in these games. But let's see. What does this wolf have on it? Anything useful? Nah, nothing on the corpse. Can you use a dagger and carve up a corpse in Ultima 7.2? No. It's Ultima Online. I just want to double-click a bladed weapon and hit the corpse and get some meat and some leather. Oh, we're going to do some Ultima Online at some point. I promise. I love it. As long as Broadsword doesn't close it down. I miss old Ultima Online. But anyways... we've got a dead wolf. We've got the body it was attacking over here, which is this pig. It has a couple of pieces of ham. Let's go ahead and put that in the bag of Shimino here, as he continues to be our food vendor. I think he was our food guy in 7. I don't remember. We'll have to check at some point. But we got past that battle. I really want to know, there was another cave that it showed, didn't it? Like, we saw another cave from where we were. And I am looking at something, at a map that I've got, and, oh, it has nothing to do with what we're doing now. It's not connected to our area. Just checking. All right, let's travel on a little bit more, and I think that up here we have the Gates of Monitor. I think this is a good point for us to stop our first episode. So we'll call this Approaching Monitor, and I'll just, yep, that's good enough. That capital stays there permanently just to annoy everybody, including me. So, we have gotten off the boat. We have found some items. We've got a little bit equipped. We are looking good when it comes to our combat, and we are ready to continue into Monitor and hopefully find our missing companions and missing items and Gweno and Batlin. We have a huge adventure ahead of us. I'm excited. I am so glad to be back playing Ultima 7, back to doing the Ultima series. For all of you watching, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.